welcome to One of Those, the show that explores the art of sneaker culture. I'm your host, Adam Butler, back with another episode. Thank you so kindly for being here. Okay, so I have a couple of things to talk about today. I don't know how long this show's going to be. It won't be very long, though. It might be a little bit shorter. I don't know. It just depends on how long I can keep my thoughts going. However, towards the end of the show, I have dug in the crates to find something because the Super Bowl just happened. Big shout outs, by the way, shout outs to the Super Bowl. I know that sounds wild, right? But shout outs to the Super Bowl because it was a really good one this year, man. We had two black quarterbacks performing for the first time ever. That sounds really wild to say out loud. It feels like we've had this before. We should have had it before. But two black quarterbacks competing against each other for the first time. Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes. They both brought their A games, man. Obviously, we know Patrick Mahomes is clearly, probably one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. And Jalen Hurts is definitely the future. So it was really, really cool and proud to see that, man. It was a great game. It was an exciting game. That's all we ever asked for from the Super Bowl. If your personal team isn't playing, you just want to see a good game. And it came down to the wire. So I was very happy about that. So in honor of the Super Bowl, I dug in the crates and found a list of top NFL signature sneakers, man. I was very proud of this list. I did it a while back. I'm going to reshare it for my Up on Game audience, and it's going to be really cool, man. And I also want you to hit me up and let me know what sneakers I may have missed on that list. Okay, so that's going to come up a little bit later, okay? In a moment, I want to talk about A Ma Maniere in their new Jordan 12 drop, which Jordan 12 is one of my favorites. The 11 and the 12 is one of my favorites. I get real nostalgic when I think about these sneakers, man. It reminds me of high school. Well, not even high school, but it reminds me of middle school, I should say. Playing ball and, I love the Jordan 12 and I love the Jordan 11. And I'm really excited that A Ma Maniere is releasing a customized or special version in colorway of the sneaker, of the 12, I should say. But there's a little bit of controversy involved with it, and I want to talk about that controversy and why I think it's pretty dumb, and we need to do better. So we're going to get to that in a moment. But before that, I want to let you guys know that, well, there's a lot of big things going on in your boy's life right now. Me and my beautiful wife, we are officially on baby watch. Any day now, my daughter could be coming. So I do want to give you guys full warning that I could miss a show. Last week we cut it down. It got down to the wire. We thought baby girl was coming, and I was able to turn the show like in the last minute. So I just want you guys to know that myself and the team working real hard to get these shows out. But for the next week or two, especially when she's here, I'll more than likely miss a show, maybe two. So just want to give you guys that heads up, man. It's a super exciting time for me, man. I know we talk about sneakers a lot on here. Well, all we talk about is sneakers on here. And I don't really share my personal life. Like, this isn't the podcast for that. I have a podcast for that. It's called The Butler Did It. You guys can check it out. It'll be coming back soon. But for this show, I try to, we keep it all sneakers. And especially this season, I've been really trying to keep it fun. But all of this is fun, man. But it's when life, I don't want to say gets in the way, because this is just a beautiful thing. It's an exciting thing. I'm very happy, and I'm nervous too, obviously, because I'm having a kid. But when life comes at you, man, you got to put family first. So, man, I ask that everybody out there just keep your boy in your prayers. You know what I mean? Keep my family in your prayers. We got a beautiful blessing coming down the pipe, man. But if you're a father, and especially for my ladies that are listening to this show, you all have. For those of you that have children and been through this process, and for your dads out there, you know how this process is, man. You want to make sure that your lady is comfortable, and you want to make sure that you on task and take care of everything for her. So, shoot them up for your boy, and I will definitely let you guys know when baby girl arrives, and she is a sneakerhead already. I got a couple pairs of J's, man. I want to come over here and show you a couple of pairs of them when I'm ready to do that, man. So yeah, man, that's what's going on. And I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on with this show. All right. So let's get to it. Let's talk about these A Ma Maniere Jordan 12s. A Ma Maniere Jordan 12 is dropping. There's like a woman's exclusive drop that's happening. I think today is Valentine's Day, so I think it's happening like tomorrow. So that would be the 15th. And then I think the raffles open up towards the end of the week, and then they drop officially on the Nike app, on Sneakers app, I believe on February 22nd or 4th. One of those two. Sorry for not having the details. And I want to give you guys forewarning. Again, I just told you at the beginning of the show, there's a lot going on in the household. So I'm just going to I'm just going to talk today, because A Ma Maniere focuses on black women. Their sneakers are always themed around black women. The owner of A Ma Maniere is very much inspired by his mom. He's a black man, and he's inspired by black women. So the promotional campaign is always geared towards black women. The shoes come in women's sizing. It's a woman's shoe, right? Even though they do a full size run, it is a woman's shoe. So, it's meant to go to women first. And A Ma Maniere always makes an effort to let women try, at least attempt, to get the shoe to women first. And then there's also other, like with the 4 that came out, you had to write an essay. I'm on record of saying I didn't really love that. I didn't think that was, something I would do, but you do what you do with your brand and your sneakers, and that ultimately people got them. So it is what it is. I'm noticing a wild trend online, though. Whenever Nike or Adidas or any brand tries to put the focus on women and say, hey, this is a women's sneaker, the Tiana Taylor sneaker that's coming out, the Jordan is coming out, right? The Zoom Comfort, the A Ma Manieres, what have you, and the focus is on women, dudes get real upset. Dudes be getting real upset about this. And I think that's weird. I got to be honest with you. I think that's weird. Let's just, now mind you, the A Ma Maniere is a full-size run for men. It goes up to, they can get up to like a size 15. Okay? So men can wear these sneakers. It's been like that since the 3 came out. Every A Ma Maniere drop that's ever come out has always been a full-size run. They're limited. They're difficult to get. Okay, you got to win raffles and all sorts of stuff. And then usually on the resale, unless you're talking about like the 1 and maybe the 2, I think the 1 and the 2 are the ones that have like the lowest resale. These are going to have a high resale. The 12 is going to have a high resale. That's okay. That's a totally separate issue. But let's just work in a fantasy world, which is not true, by the way. It is a full-size run for men. That it was only for women. Let's just say they actually did it, and they say the shoe is only going to come in women's sizing, whatever they assume a woman's size is, because, by the way, a woman, could wear any size shoe, okay? But let's just assume they go with all small sizes because that's what they think women wear. What would be the problem with that? So you can't get one sneaker. One sneaker is off limits for you. I really thought about trying to book a woman for this particular show, but I wanted to really give a man's perspective on this because we the problem right now. And I've had Jalissa Nicole on and other women on. TJ's been on, and we talked about like the thing with women's sizing and the issue as I understand it. Again, I don't want to speak for any woman. So as I understand it, it's not that men buy women's sneakers, is that you all buy up the tiniest sizes because those are the ones that resell real crazy in terms of price. And there you go. You put them on the market and they don't ever have an opportunity to get the sneaker they want. It's more detailed than that. We will have any woman that wants to come on this show and talk about it. You be my guest. Please come on and explain, but I don't want to mansplain this, okay? What I can talk about is the culture of sneaker culture, right? Um, and how it's been male driven since day one, and some of it makes sense, right? Like sneaker culture comes from street culture. It also comes from sports culture, right? Both basketball and also, skateboarding, right? And a lot of these things were male dominated, especially talking about in the 70s and the 80s, early 90s. These were male dominated, male driven arenas. Okay, so a lot of guys are in the sneakers. The dope boys out there with the Adidas on back in the 80s. The dude Shake was talking about when he came on here. We talking about guys here. Okay, so we get it. Like a lot of men have just been used to sneakers being exclusive to them. But times have changed, and they've changed a while back. We really just need to get with the program. This is not a new phenomenon. Women love sneakers. Women design sneakers. Women have been pushing sneakers forward for a long time. And to be truthful, none of this needs to be this serious. What's the hashtag again this year? Make sneaker culture fun again? Well, I'm going to say, fellas, you all are sucking the fun directly out of it. You can't have everything. And if you feel like that there's a sneaker that is promoted and marketed and made for women and you aren't part of that, how many times in your life have you had to deal with that? How many sneakers have come out throughout your lifetime that you couldn't be part of, that you couldn't participate in, couldn't buy? How many things happen in life that exclude you? And I ain't just talking about black men here, because black men aren't the only people that buy sneakers. I'm talking about men. How many things exclude you? Do they have to make a special sneaker for men so men feel included? Think about why they would even have to do this, if that's what you believe is happening. Because it's not, by the way. A Ma Maniere is not making a sneaker to be inclusive. He's making the sneaker to honor. So instead of having, John Morant be the face behind the sneaker for the A Ma Maniere, the face behind the sneaker is a black woman, his mom, black women in his life. Joe Fresca has done similar things. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. That's really the point I want to make, is that it's okay. I just really wonder, with all the ranting and raving online about a sneaker daring and a company daring to market their sneaker to women, when you rant and rave, what do you think you're going to change? Do you think the people between A Ma is going to go, you know what? Let's forget about marketing to black women. And let's just, I don't know, let's be inclusive. Like, think about how stupid this sounds. Sneakers never have to be this serious. That's why I didn't love the essay thing, right? Even though it was cool, it's not the worst thing in the world. It wasn't something I was going to go protest against. But like sneakers, it's never supposed to be this serious. It's never supposed to be this serious. And frankly, if you listen to what women are saying in this space, the ones that feel that are, that love it enough to even talk about it, honestly, what women are saying in this space is, we don't get the opportunity to enjoy the culture in the way that you do. And it's okay if we don't understand that. It's okay if that's just something we don't get. You don't have to get everything. Think about how vain and arrogant it is to say, well, if I don't get exactly what you're saying, if I don't understand exactly what you're saying, then it's not true. No. It's something you have never experienced. These drops are coming out. They're geared towards women. A woman or a young girl or what have you gets excited about this. The A Ma Maniere Jordan 12 is dropping. Oh man, that's something. I think about how many times a sneaker is dropped, and and this is the beautiful thing about sneaker culture. Think about how many times a sneaker has dropped and impacted you personally. It told a story that you really connected to, and you knew that no matter what, you wanted to be part of that story. That's the weird thing about us sneakerheads, right? That the wearable art connects to us, whether it be something nostalgic or what have you. Doesn't matter. Think about something connecting to you. It's made for you, you feel like, and you have no opportunity because the person that's completely opposite of you is taking advantage of that. I know it may not sound fair to you, but it's definitely not fair to them. You go, you buy up this stuff, and then say, I'll give it to you for triple the price. It's not cool. So yeah, when a store says, you know what, we made this shoe for women, in particular black women, but we're not excluding, hey, all women, come on, come all. You get early access to the sneaker. If you're losing your mind over that, I gotta call you corny. I gotta say it. It's cornball behavior, bro. It's cornball behavior. It's a shoe. It's a sneaker. You'll get your opportunity. And it'll be just as difficult to get as any other sneaker. But no one's excluding you from it. So wake up and grow up, man. Shouts out to A Ma Maniere for how they do these drops. I'm a guy, I may not ever get my hands on. I got 3 pairs of I'm lucky actually. I have 3 pairs of A Ma Manieres, okay? Sold 1 actually. So actually I currently have 2. I'm lucky. But I may not ever get my hands on the 12. I haven't been able to get the 4s. And the 4s are my favorite ones so far. So what? I'll live. I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay, right? I think I'll be okay with all the other stuff I got to put on. It's more important things to worry about. Don't be ranting and raving and arguing with women online about a sneaker that was made for them. And it's still a full-size run. Okay? All right, let's move on. Let's lighten things up, okay? Making sneaker culture fun again. The Super Bowl happened, as I mentioned earlier. I usually do this list at the top of the football, at the beginning of football season. I didn't do it this year, so I'm doing it at the end. At the very end, we're going to talk about our list of top NFL signature sneakers right now. Let's get to it.